pleased to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground with Spears. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and 3. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I notice his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
At the 33-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
And they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll get this one complete there to Pittman. Still going inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Pittman, 77 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Dances by him. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. And you look at the Saints defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
A lot depending on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the 1st down or not. You want that upfield foot.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Troy Anderson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Robinson gets the toss on the right side, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Again, it's Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Second and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the catch made by Walters. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down.
19, Tiger. Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right.
Checks this one down to Robinson.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He finds his man, complete. It's Hodges. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Troy Anderson.
And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play.
Robinson is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Let's go.
The 20-yard line.
He'll look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Brian Thomas from 4 yards out. And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Go! Mustang 19! Hut, hut.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. There's Chris Olave. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Saints 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football. Because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They run the draw here with Robinson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never. Not